Another thing I did, in fact it was yesterday rather than today, was I made a start pulling off some of the timbers from the roof. So you may by now have seen this in another video, but just in case, here it is. So I've got a couple of timbers there. These are rafters off the roof, and I've also managed to pick up some of the loose slates and put those in a little stack. So yeah, it's small, but it's a start, and there's lots more to do. But yeah, it did need to be done. But what I'm going to do before I do much more, because that's one of the reasons I left it, because I wasn't sure exactly what to do, is I'm going to reposition this. I'm going to move it so it's more out of the way. Probably going to put it alongside this heap here, because it's probably about the same length anyway, but it would take up less usable space in the garden. I thought having it here to start with might be a good idea, because it splits the garden into two, sort of front and rear, but I've changed my mind on that. And yeah, if I move it so that it's lengthways from front to back from where I'm standing now, I can get a lot more slates in there without too much of a problem. And I think stacking them front to back is better in one long stack rather than lots of little piles. So that's a job for another day, possibly tomorrow if it's cooler, which it should be. So yeah, just wanted to update you on that. I'm going to spin you around again. Okay, so this is the pathway that I managed to strim my way through the other day, probably yesterday, and it's beside another pile of wood, tree cuttings and things, a bit of debris there, but I've managed to get myself right up to where the edge of the fallen roof and stones are, so not much space to move around, but I'm able to at least reach them, which I wasn't able to do before. So now I've worked out where to put the stack of slates. I'm going to start stripping back all the slates that are on the roof still. And well, I've just seen a couple of lizards. I wonder if I can get them on camera. They're very good at hiding when I've gone into the weeds. Yeah, okay. They were just clambering down one of the rafters there with the sun still on it, one after the other, and they were quite big, fat, juicy ones. Quite dark skinned compared to the usual ones I see. But okay, they're not there now. So instead we've got a butterfly flipping around, and he's gone as well. So it gives me a chance to pick up some of the bits and pieces and the debris off the roof. So that's what I'm going to focus on when I get round to working again on the building. So hopefully with a bit of cooler temperatures tomorrow, I can do that tomorrow, or at least a bit more of it. I'm putting the larger roof timbers to one side in a pile, and the smaller ones, or the ones that don't really have any use, they can't be reused, I'm going to just put them in a pile. Got to go in a pile somewhere. Oh, hang on, there's a lizard again. I don't know if you can see it. He's on that board base of the caravan. I can zoom in here, look. Can you see him? He's not moving much, but he's got his head up. Here he goes. Yeah, he's even decided the sun is too hot and he's headed for the shade. And that's at this late hour of the day. Well, there was two of them. I can just see the one now. Yep, he's out for a feast. There he goes. Yeah, see quite a few of these around. They often run in and out of the holes in the wall, so they love to make their home. Where's he gone? Yeah, they love to make their home in the holes in the walls. He caught me. He was just in the shade. And now he's run off. There he is. I think that's it for Mr. Lizard. So quite often see them around, but yeah, usually in the walls, not out free and running around like that was. Oh, there's another one coming down that piece of wood behind this wheel arch. And there is the first one again. Yeah, this might be a pair, I don't know. I think they're territorial. I don't think they sort of play together very much. So I'm not sure if these are rivals or whether they're friendly, but there we go. He's on the move again. The other one didn't move yet, so he's still on the edge. He's up there still, moving. Here he comes. Here we go. Meeting of the lizards. One of those is much bigger than the other one. I wonder if it's a male and female. This is the big one. The other one is just in the shade over there. It's turning out to be a feature-length visit. Yep, he just really. The other one is just coming nearer to me, but he's under these weeds on the edge of that board, so I can't really see him. Not until he runs out anyway. Well, there we go. That was nice to see. Got a couple of lizards there having a night out. I think the other one's gone now. Yeah. Well, while I'm on the subject, quite literally, the chassis from the caravan, which is beside and on its side, I've deliberately taken the top off of this chassis because I wanted to reuse that for pulling materials around the garden. It's got a nice flat bed on it, and it's towable, so with a couple of decent wheels on it and decent tyres, I should be able to move things around in the garden, and possibly even get them, get waste to the déchetterie and things like that if it proves to be good enough for road use. But yeah, that's another little side project. It's currently in the way where it is. It's too close to the debris from the roof and the building, so it needs clearing out the way anyway. So it was too heavy for me to move all on its own in one piece. So yeah, I've decided to separate the top from the bottom, and let's see if I can get the bottom out at some stage. But it's too big to turn the corner where we are at the moment because of this pile of wood that is just behind me, just here. So it will never come through the gap or around that caravan top. So it'll be a challenge getting it out, but that is still on the list to do. And that will then free up a lot of space to get back to the building and start tidying up all that sort of debris from the roof. Okay, well, I'll leave the video here for now. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and see you again soon on another video. Take care now. Have a good day.